Waking up to green, ain't no better feeling than that. Population got your bankroll fat. Went from digging in the crates to looking up the stats. Now bookies crashing now when the Degens stat. Degens united as one. Degens united as one. Degens united as one. Degens united to all rob the bookies. I'm a Degen, you a Degen, we some Degen. You a Degen, I'm a Degen, we some Degen, and we should be friends. You a Degen, I'm a Degen, you a Degen, we some Degen. You a Degen, I'm a Degen, we some Degen, and we should be friends.
We're back on a Friday.
Yo, what's up, guys? Happy Friday. What's up, Degens? Underrated. Got a very short stream today because, like I said, Friday's usually pretty busy for me, but I just quickly go through what I was looking at. It's kind of a mid-slate, but I think there's some solid under spots, but man, Fridays, I feel like in NBA, maybe it's just coincidence, but I feel like players go off on Fridays. It's like high-scoring slates on Fridays. But yesterday, man, play of the day, diabetes. I haven't felt that good about an under in a long time. He didn't do shit. We hit him every prop he stayed under and used him like a taco. So glad that came through for everyone. Let's catch up on the news. Zubac questionable, Collins, Eason, and Barlow. So really, not much news. Just the Clippers game. That's about it. So it should be straightforward. Oh, Arturo Cash. Wow, that was motherfucker. He scored 13 points in the second half.
Got to shout out J-Main, shout out Ayo, shout out Big Two.
What up, everyone? What up, guys? But yeah, if you got stuff, shout out quick because, yeah, like I said, short stream today. I'm not going to go game by game. Just going to call out some unders I was considering.
Unders.
We got a double header. And I always like to do the zigzag here, but I wish Garland was playing for the Cavs. I thought it's the only thing that sucks. Especially Donovan Mitchell, how yo-yo he is. Like, he'll have a big game, chill out, then bounce back next game. But with Garland out, man, he gets this 8 out of 14 games. It's 29.5 points. So if I was going to consider it, man, I might just leave him alone, to be honest. Just because the shot volume's going to be there. Hunter, good call out by J-Man. He chucked back in Philly 13 shots, where he was only taking like 5 shots a game prior to that. So I think it's a good call out by J-Man. Got off his under because he's back in Philly. And now he's back in Philly again without Garland. You can see without Garland, man, he's done pretty well, but that was earlier in the season. It definitely hasn't been the same since then. But probably just stay away again, man. I really want to consider the under here, especially being in a doubleheader. You usually get the opposite the next game. And he made 3 threes. Does he do it again today? Probably not. But if he's taking 13 plus shots, I worry about the under. Tyson, he balls. There's good history with Garland out too, so I really wanted to consider unders here, guys, but can't do it. I think Paul George, he shot pretty efficient. He was 7-14, 2 of 4 from 3. He's still only playing like capped out at like 30 minutes. I might consider his alt unders here on Underdog at like 20.5 points. He's not getting that often, bro. And I feel like Maxey has a bounce back here. The zigzag, right? Like he had 14 points. Wasn't efficient at all shooting. I think his shot volume could go up today a little bit. Embiid started the game really slow. He only played 25 minutes. But it was a blowout. So he still dropped 20 points in 25 minutes. Just want to call out to discrepancy. The same thing happened last matchup, in the same matchup. Embiid's fantasy on PrizePicks at 47.5. Now he only finished 29, but again, he lost out probably on like 8 minutes of play, 7 minutes of play. But on Underdog, it's 44.5. So if you're into middle betting, that could be a decent middle bet. It just grayed out. Did they bring it back at something else now? That's a pretty big discrepancy, though, man. It's back 44.6. It's like 3 whole fantasy difference. And that's it. That was the only thing I wanted to call out for this doubleheader. I usually like to do, it's usually the opposite that happens most of the time. Guys that pop off, the defenses usually adjust the next go around and second game and focus on them, and they underperform what they did the previous time. Pacers, Pelicans. Pelicans have bleeding assists, man. The point guards, like crazy. So I mean, numbers at 7.5. It's pretty high, but I mean it's a 240 total. He had 5 in the last meeting, only 27 minutes because it was a blowout. I think he considers assists, but I also think what's kind of weird about the Pelicans is I think the reason they're giving up assists is because they're focused on shutting down the primary ball handler. They're top 7 pick and roll ball handler defense, but they struggle against 3-point shooting. Because I was like, man, can we consider his under points here? Because he played like shit in that last meeting, man. He only had 7 points, 2 of 11. He's at 17.5 in the books, but 18.5 some places. He's 18.5 on PrizePicks. Maybe I consider the alt under here at 23.5. But if he gets hot from 3, that's scary, man. Like even Igor dropped 17, Jamal Murray 35, Anthony Black 26. It's just like they give out the 3 ball, so that's the scary part. So numbers hitting his 3s. But I want to call it out. I don't mind his assists and maybe the under alt points for him. And then I didn't have anything for the Pelicans, guys.
Well, Ayo says diarrhea or diabetes. And J-Man says nothing. He's just being silly. And J-Man says that looked Maxey had told me I'm coming next game. I'm not sure what that means.
Hey, J-Man, the zigzag, bro.
Maxey time? Is that what that means?
Yeah, that's definitely the case. Let's see. Has he played a doubleheader this season? Oh, Toronto, but he was 38 and 33 consistent. But Embiid and George were out that first meeting. Yeah, I can see him bouncing back for sure. That's why I think like Paul George kind of takes a little bit of a backseat because yeah. I mean, if you look at the Cavs versus small forwards too, man, like top 5. Yeah, the top 5 points allowed. But they do give up some spot up shooting, so it could get hot again. Okay. Next game. Bulls Nets. Okay, so Nets kind of like the Pelicans, but much better. They really focus on the pick and roll ball handler and shutting them down. And as a result, they give up assists too, the point guard. But they really limit the points. So I was looking at Trey Jones under 11.5 points. Wow, massive juice coming in on the under now. Even against the Jazz, bro, favorable matchup. He only put up 7 points, 26 minutes, took 8 shots because Kobe White's back, right? Kobe White's playing again today.
Kind of high for Trey Jones, huh?
Huh?
Kind of high for Trey Jones.
It is, man. I mean, like if you look at what Kobe White playing, he's only got the 4 of the 15 games. Barely won over against the Mavs. But he's like right there on the line, like 10 to 11 points. I would say if you can maybe ult him to 14.5, 15.5. I don't even know if it's worth doing that. I think you just take the 11.5 straight up if you can find it.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still 11.5 on PrizePicks?
I see him on a hot streak still.
They removed his points. It was on there right before we got on stream. It's gone. Okay. Yeah, but if you look at number one defense versus pick and roll ball handler, look at Fears drop 7, pull 7. See if I can find.
He's 11.5 on Underdog still.
Nice. Okay. Look at that. Maxi dropped 13 points against him. Bane 9. But they do struggle in transition. But most of his points, he's not. Yeah, most of his points are coming from the pick and roll ball handler action. So I don't mind. Kobe White, his first game back against the Jets, he was not. I think he had like one shot in the first half. It was crazy, man. He took 7 total shots. He was just passing. 10 potential, 7 assists. That could change today, especially with how much they focus on the pick and roll ball handlers. So when Trey Jones is out there and Kobe White's doing a lot of spot up shooting, because Nets really struggle against spot up shooting. So I mean, it's a good spot for Buzelis and Io too. Hey, Buzelis on back-to-backs, J-Main. He only played 19 minutes. It's a good trend call out by you. I think that's something always attack going forward whenever they're on back-to-backs. He gets limited, and he's just not as involved in back-to-backs. But this is a good spot for him. Most of his points are in transition, 31%. And, yeah, Nets are terrible in transition. And most of his other points are in some spot-up shooting, and they're bad at that too. So
Timothy C says, can you look at Kobe White under first half points?
Yeah, so like I said, that Jazz game, for whatever reason, he took one shot. I'm pretty sure. I was watching the game. I think it was one shot. Oops. I don't know why. That was just a weird. Oh, he took 3. Okay. 3 total shots in 15 minutes. See, I don't know, because I can see him scoring 9, or I can see him scoring 5 or less. Hard to say, man. Like, is he going to take 6 shots, 5 to 6, or is he going to take 3 again? I don't know, guys. It's hard to say. What's the line? Is it 8.5? It's 8.5. I think you could take a shot on it. It's 8.5. Okay. Okay. I think he's gonna finish with 9, or he's gonna finish 5 or less.
Elijah Bryant got 15. It's nice.
Oh yeah, because Hall I saw he got 10. Wow, Toro went crazy, guys. Wow. Just need Mario to wake up, man. Second half. Yeah, definitely consider that. And then I don't know if I want anything on the net side, man. I mean, like Clax and Daron Sharper in good spots here. I always like attacking the front court of the Bulls. Daron's been on one lately, man. Even in limited time, he's scoring at a high clip. Consistent shooting too, like 7-9 field attempt, and he's rebounding his ass off too. 9, 13, 12, 9 rebounds. And this is with Clax playing, right? Yeah, with Clax playing. His PR has been nice, but the thing with him is just like his minutes aren't secure, and yeah, he's not gonna play like more than 20 minutes unless it's like a blowout or something like that. That's my only concern. I hate playing guys with those low floor minute caps, so he has to be really efficient. But Claxton, if he can get up to 30 minutes great spot for him. It's not dropped 14 in the first meeting, but he played 35 minutes. See, I don't know. He's probably not going to play anywhere near that today. He's been capped at like around 28, 30 minutes. Because these are even close games, and he's still not playing that many minutes. Okay. How is his first half minutes? (13, 14 minutes last two). But the thing is, like, Vooch is going to draw him outside the paint. What did he do in the first half against the Bulls? 22 fantasy, but he played 17 minutes. 7 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 stocks. What's his line first half if you're on PrizePicks? 17.5. It's pretty high, man. Like, he's going to need the stocks to get that. But maybe you can consider the PRA. But he does get stocks, so that's the thing. I would say slight lean on that, man.
J-Main says, Lil Boozy Vert looking okay on the road, 4 points.
Lil Boosie? I thought he was in prison, bro. I saw him at he was at one of the games. He was at like the Pelicans game the other night.
He plays for the plays for the Bulls.
Oh no, he's talking about Zealous, but then he made me think about Lil Boosie, the rapper. Like, I thought he killed someone, bro. I thought he was in prison.
I don't know.
He just got out. Good behavior.
I'm not sure. I don't follow these new rappers. I'm scared. Makes me feel.
I mean, he's not that new, right? I mean, he's like 15 years ago.
Yeah, but he is the beginning of the new weird shit. I was like, huh? What is this?
Yeah, he is better on the road. Zealous is in a good spot, man. He just, yeah. You can catch him at 14.5 points.
I'm looking him up now. You got me curious.
I'm pretty sure he got a murder charge. Cause isn't he from New Orleans? Yeah, Zealous. I mean, Io's in a good spot too, but with Kobe Whiteback, kind of hesitant on Io because his minutes. Like, he's on a good day he'll play like 28, but usually he'll play like 25 or less, like 23, 25 minutes. But spot up shooting, transition, that's majority of his points. And yeah, we already talked about that. He dropped 16 points, but he played 36 minutes in that game. Okay. So Trey Jones under, I liked. Clippers, Raptors, yeah, we need the news. But I would say if Zubac plays, man, Raptors have been holding it down versus centers ever since Pirtle's been out. This Pirtle's like a traffic cone. And CMB as a rookie, man, pretty solid. He's playing well offensively too, but defensively he's holding it down. J-Huff didn't do shit versus him. And the data reflects it. If you look at the last 15 games, Raptors allowing the least fantasy to centers. They're allowing the least points, like third least rebounds, not allowing assists, and not really allowing stocks. So
J. Cole's here.
What up, J. Cole?
J. Main says Lil Boozy's lawyer found a loophole and he's getting no time now.
That's wild, bro. That's a good lawyer. He must have paid a lot of money for it.
He said just happened this week. And J. Cole said yesterday was fire. I appreciate you.
Hey, J. Cole. Appreciate you, man. I want to see you around the Discord, man. You've been quiet. We miss you up in there. I'm thinking Zubac. If you're not on PrizePicks or like a fantasy site, I think maybe the PRA, because if he's dealing with injury too, maybe he doesn't play that many minutes. The 27.5 PRA, I mean, he's not been getting that lately. And we already looked at the data for the Raptors versus centers lately, man, holding it down. Let's look at the last 30. Top 3 still over the last 30 games. It's really just, I think, the Pirtle effect, Pirtle being out. So,
the turtle. J-Main says Ingram over rebounds at home lately, and
Oh yeah.
Chris 5002, what's up, bro? He says just tuned in. What props are y'all liking today?
Been going through them pretty quick today, man. Not a thorough breakdown, but I like Trey Jones under 11.5 points. And then considering Paul George under 15.5 points. And maybe some Tyson unders. But I'm not sure yet. There's PRA or whatnot. That's all we got through so far. And I was looking at Claxton and Sharp, good matchup versus Bulls front court, but not entirely sure yet on that. Back to and then if Zubac plays, I'm considering his under PRA or under fantasy. What's his fantasy at? $32.5. Might consider it, but we just gotta see. I don't even know if he's gonna play. But if he plays, might consider it. And then J-Main called out Ingram's rebounds at home. Yeah. Takes a boost for sure. It's a 1.6 boost at home, so good call out. And yeah, we'll just have to. Clippers are the main thing we're waiting on today. So Wolves Rockets. This is where I have a lot of unders interest. I know Ant's out. I know Julius went crazy against the Bucks. Dropped 29 points in 30 minutes. But it's Julius, guys. We know Julius. He'll pop off one game and then absolutely do nothing next game. Like here against Nuggets, 32 points, 13 next game against the Nets. This is the toughest matchup possible, right? Rockets not fouling, top 3. That's where he gets a lot of his points. Spot up shooting, Rock top 3. Top 4 near the rim defense. I know the Rockets are on a back-to-back, but starters played a little bit less minutes because the game was pretty much out of hand yesterday against OKC. But they're going to be motivated after that game, I feel like, after dropping that game to OKC. So, yeah, against power forwards, Rockets number 1. Least points allowed to power forwards. Least rebounds, too. So maybe consider his PR. What's his PR at? See what Ant out. His rebounds do take a slight boost, but his PR 30.5. But yeah, I mean, he's gotten that in 6 out of 8 games with Ant out. And his points, 6 out of 8 too, right? See, I liked his point. His points opened last night at 24.5. If you bump it up 24.5, it's only a 50% hit rate with Ant out. And then you get given the matchup and the pace, how slow this game's going to be, how slow the Rockets play. I like that 24.5 and bumped it down to 23.5, unfortunately. So he's a great alt candidate on Underdog. And take him up to 30, 29, or 29. Even with Ant out, it's a 25% hit rate. And one of those games against the Lakers, former team he always gets up for, man. So, yeah, I think on Underdog, you can get that at a fairly decent price, man. If you have like a boost, a 60% boost. Yeah, like 28.5, you get it at 0.66. It's a good parlay piece. I like to build like multiple alt unders and then use like a 60% boost on it instead of doing alt overs.
Yeah, fuck that. But you like his points more than his PR?
Yeah, because, I mean, he could still get lucky on the rebounding, right? Mm-hmm. Even if a team is a legit rebounding team, it's just the ball bounces your way a bunch.
Right.
And if he gets like a spike 11 rebound game, that would fucking suck. Yeah, I think just a straight up points, man. Julius, we know how inefficient he can be, man. So, yeah, give me that. And then, do we have a field goal made for him if you're on PrizePicks? Because that eliminates free throws. I know Rockets.
Chris says Igor at 3.5 field goals made on PrizePicks. He's kind of liking. Just throwing that out there since you're at field goal mates.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, most of his shot volume I believe it's from the 3-point line. That's the only concern. But we can consider that for sure. We don't have a field goal made for Julius. Okay, so points it is, guys. Points it is. Sucks it's not 24.5.
How do you feel about Trey Jones under 11.5, Randall under 25.5, 2.37?
I like it.
Little two pick. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I like that. And then I think like what I'm gonna do is in a separate slip. I just feel like it's a terrible matchup for all three of these guys, right? Jaden, Nas, and Julius. We've seen guards cook with the Rockets, so I'm gonna stay away from like Bones and Dante and them. But except Conley, I am gonna go after. But yeah, the front court and like forwards versus Rockets really struggle, man. I mean, look at Jalen Williams last night. Dude could not score to save his life. So I mean, like Jaden. But Jaden is like super active when Ant's out, man. Whenever Ant's out, we always take Jaden. Depending on the matchup, though, but I mean, he gets it done. Shot volume goes way up, usage rate. So, but Nas, I mean, I think his PR with Gobert back is interesting because he barely gets that 21.5. Is it still 21.5 on PrizePicks? Let's see. It is. So I don't mind that. If you're on PrizePicks too, I would consider, since his points bumped down, I would consider Julius's fantasy under too. It's pretty high in this matchup. Probably gonna have a lot of turnovers. But the only thing, it's going to be scary because if you look at the data with Anthony Edwards out, it doesn't look good, right? Or it looks scary. So let's look at his game. Let's look at his fantasy with Anthony Edwards out. 48 fantasy, 36, 48, 43, 49, 45, 48, 43. So he's got in every game but one. And the funny thing is, that was the game we took him. Oh man, he's not getting. Besides these games where he had like 3 steals, he's not getting many stops. It's really the assists where he's getting that fantasy, and then obviously the points. And those assists add up because they're 1.5. So that'd be like a slight lean in, but I mean, maybe just the points for Julius. But Nas, PR, I think we can consider that. I'm going to look at his first half too. How many minutes is he playing? With Anthony Edwards out. All right, he played 17 against the Bucks because Gobert was out too. So it looks like he's gonna play about 15 minutes. Okay, maybe just a full game PR then.
Everyday Fantasy 1064. Welcome. He said sharp 1.5 personal fouls on PrizePicks.
The only thing with that is his minutes. Are you saying for the under or over?
I'm guessing he's saying over.
I think it's gone. Because I'm not seeing it. I think it's gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Looks like they removed it. Yeah. if I had a rank order, I would say Julius points under, Naz Reid PR under number 2, Conley under alt points on Underdog at 9.5. He hit 3 threes to get 9 points against the Bucks. Rockets top 4, catch and shoot, top 3 spot up. Yeah, I think that's solid.
9.5 or a 10.5? You can go to 11.5 on him.
Well, what's the difference in payout? Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, 10.5.
Okay.
Well, let's see. Yeah, I mean, because most of his shot volume's from 3, right? So I guess here he hit 1 3 and then he got fouled from 3 and hit 3 free throws. I guess the thing is, like, he's probably gonna make like 1 2-pointer max, but then it's like, does he get free throws on top of it? I think the 11.5 is the safest, because then it's like if he hits 3 threes and gets a 2-pointer, that puts him on 11, and I feel like that's pretty much his max.
All right. So Randall under 28, Conley under 11.
But it's 0.6. That's the thing. But yeah.
Yeah.
The 9.5 still feels pretty good, because even if it hits like 3 3.
Yeah, let's get paid a little bit more if you like it.
Yeah, it just depends on what you're shooting for.
Big 2 says Sabonis under.
Sabonis under? Oh, we're gonna get to that game. And that,
oh, don't worry.
I'm not touching any of the Rockets guys at all on a back-to-back. All right, this game I have the most interest in for unders. Westbrook. Oh my gosh, Big 2. He's down to 14.5. He was at 16.5 last night, bro.
15.5 on Underdog.
He just keeps getting nerfed. Okay, so you might think I'm crazy because it's the Wizards, right? I know he played for them before, but he's played for a lot of teams. He's probably happy he's not playing for the Wizards anymore, to be honest. But they just don't allow point guards to score, man. They are, believe it or not, against point guards, they've been like top 5, bro. Top 4 points allowed. But they do give up RA in fantasy. Because I was like, oh man, with Sabonis back, I know he's playing limited minutes. Can we consider his under fantasy? Because it's really high at 37, but he could rack up RA still, get some lucky steals. So I think it's just straight up points, but it sucks it's down at 14.5, bro. Not to think about it now.
15.5. Can you want to alt on Underdog with him?
Yeah. I think
15.5.
Yeah, no. I think he's a great alt one.
19.5, 0.64.
Yeah.
There you go.
That got nerfed too, because I got it earlier at 20.5 at 6.4. So he just keeps getting nerfed.
Yeah. J-Man says Durant assists with Finney-Smith. How do you think they guard him? And Chris says Naz Reid's been playing a lot of minutes lately. Rockets got a big lineup. Do you think that will continue?
It's a good point. I don't think so. I think they want Naz to come off the bench, to be the bench spark plug and relieve Gobert. So, because they need someone to fill in the non-center minutes, and like Gobert is not out there. So, if you were asking if they're going to play them side by side, I don't think so. I could be wrong. Yeah, I mean, all these guys are live for alt unders here. Jaden. Jaden for sure. I mean, James gonna have his hands full. Like someone mentioned, like he's gonna be on KD, right? Focus on him. But yeah, KD's assists. Schematically, it makes sense, right? I mean, look at his potentials, bro. It's so solid. 12, 13. It's just the dudes aren't making their shots, man. Rockets just shoot so bad. 3 converted on 12 potentials, 4 converted on 13. So the potentials are there. I think trust your gut on that. Whoever shouted that out, because it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. Just need these Rockets guys to land their shots, man. Come on. I mean, I will say that they give up the T-Wolves. The only thing is like T-Wolves are really good at spot up shooting defense normally, but they give it up to the pick and roll ball handler, like the worst pick and roll ball handler defense. But the Rockets don't really have anyone like that, right? Like Amon's not a true point guard. He scores in transition, broken plays. They don't have like a true with Van Vliet out. They don't have a true pick and roll ball handler scorer. So I mean, KD will run the pick and roll and pull up shooting. It's hard to say, man. I just don't like playing guys on back to back or playing teams on back to back. It's just kind of one of my rules. I know it's not like tried and true, and it's like sometimes it doesn't matter at all, but something I stick with. Sabonis, we have no idea how many minutes he's going to play. It's been out since November 16th, but kind of another one of my rules, or not rules, but things I like to do is take guys that have been out for a long time and take their overs, because they usually come out aggressive, hungry, motivated, fresh, right? Their legs are so fresh, and I know they're not in full game shape, but when initially they're going to come out not sluggish from a long NBA season, they're going to come out good to go. Now it's that second game they play and they really struggle. From you listen to podcasts, these NBA players talk about like when they come back from being out a long time, and then it's that second game because they're not in full game shape, so their body like has to get used to it, and then that second game they struggle. And so something to keep in mind. They ball out the first game back, and the second game they're sore, they're not in shape, and they tend to struggle a little bit more. So yeah, Sabonis being a big, like I think it's good for him to be fresh and good to go. It's just minutes. We don't know. But I think with that theory that comes out fresh, motivated, I think the first half, that's usually whenever we take Sabonis, we take his first half over and second half unders. So his lines are pretty low for first half. But another thing is we don't know how they're going to handle his minutes. Are they they potentially front load or back load his minutes, or do we just get an even amount of minutes per quarter restriction? Is it like 6 minutes per quarter kind of thing, Sometimes it just depends on the coach. Like sometimes you'll see it even on a minute restriction, guys get backloaded. They play less in the first half and then they'll use them more in the second half. But 13.5 PRA is pretty low for Sabonis. Points. It's a great matchup for him too. Points 7.5. He's normally 9.5 to 8.5 to 9.5. So not much discount on his point. And normally has the discount on that because of the minute restriction. But it's risky. It's super risky, man, because we don't know. Like I said, we have no idea. And then Big Two, I can't do an under against the Wizards, man, because what if he ends up playing like 26, 27 minutes? He can get those lines, especially against the Wizards. I don't know. Now, here's what's crazy to me, and then I'll end it here. Let's see. You guys shout something else out. But
one last thing. Clover Way says, look at Westbrook assists.
Yeah, with Schroeder, that was with Schroeder out, right? Like he was diamond more. Is Schroeder back today? That's why I liked Westbrook's minute points under even more, because Schroeder. What ends up happening is like Schroeder doesn't do much and play much in the first half, and then Schroeder plays like a ton in the second half, and so I would take Westbrook under second half fantasy, because Schroeder will end up playing like sometimes he'll play like the entire fourth quarter, and it really hurts Westbrook's RA when he does that. Yeah, see, with Schroeder playing, Westbrook's assists take a big hit, man. And when he's out, Westbrook's assists goes crazy. So I would if you're interested in Westbrook's assists, I would try to find out, look around and see if there's any idea on how many minutes Schroeder is expected to play today, because he's been out for a week. I'd try to figure that out. Is he gonna play his normal mid 25 minutes? Or is he going to play like 18 to 20? I think that'd be key. Sabonis, I think he's just too volatile to mess with in general, for all the reasons I said, because we have no idea. But it's a great matchup for him. Wizards get cooked in the paint and near the rim. All season long, the centers, they give up like top 5 most points allowed, number 2 fantasy allowed to centers, give out a ton of rebounds. We know Sabonis, that's what he's good for. I mean, he can get close to his first half PRA and just rebounds alone, right? So I think he needs to take a stab on that first half PRA or even the fantasy. And then here's the last thing I want to talk about is Sar. Like, what's going on? So this guy is playing like absolute dog shit lately, right? Got ejected last game against the Clippers. But he was shooting like shit. He was like, at one point he was 1 of 6 for the field. He wasn't rebounding or doing anything. But today he's been sitting at, with how bad he's been playing, he's been sitting at 15.5 points, but then look what the bookies did. They put him at 18.5. Now I know that Middleton is out, but Middleton wasn't doing much anyway. And I know Ball's out, but that shouldn't make him go up 3 points. So I think the bookies think he's going to go off today. It makes sense given the matchup. Kings have been giving up the most to centers lately, man. Like getting cooked. Yeah, you see the points. They're giving up the most points to centers. And Sabonis is not known for his defense either. He gets cooked, so him being back doesn't help. So on paper it makes sense, but I just wanted to call that out. I can't trust the guy, man. And his first half fantasy has been around 17.5 every game lately, and now it's 20.5. Massive bumps for him, man. So they're expecting a big game from him. Maybe he's motivated after getting ejected, but we have a tomb in our Discord where we put players who will never play again. Sometimes we extract them out, but I'm gonna keep him in the tomb, guys. But I just wanted to call that out. It definitely got a bump. And
keep him in the tomb, guys.
Yeah, right.
I know you got a lot going and you got to get out of here. Cloverway says, just if you can randomly take a look real quick. He says, 6 man he plays Jalen Tyson 26 fantasy. You'll probably want to look at this. If I read it out, you won't be able to remember it all. But
Tyson.
Yeah, Tyson
his fantasy
26 fantasy. Joel Embiid under fantasy. Westbrook 1.5 fouls. Lonzo Ball 6.5 RA. AO 25 fantasy, and Julius Randle under 25 points. Well, we know you like that one.
I like that one. It's not 25 anymore, unfortunately. Tyson, I mean, he's a hustle guy. He can definitely get that, but it's a tough matchup because for forwards, like on a season, I feel like he's up the second least fantasy to forwards, but what did he do in that last game fantasy wise? Now I know Garland being out helps him too, but he had 23, played 25 minutes. I think if he plays a little bit more minutes with Garland being out, it's possible. It's definitely possible. He's just so inconsistent with his shooting, man. Like super inconsistent. So it's the only thing that scares me. He would have to get it done in the RA and stock department. Feel good about that. Let's just look at the games with Garland out this season. His fantasy points. in his minutes. You don't know Tyson, man? Oh, I have Anthony Edwards. That's why. That's why. With Garland out. Oh, I'm looking at first half still. Sorry, guys. First half. Yeah, he's pretty much ever since he's been playing more minutes. Yeah, he was playing big minutes. I mean, that was back when he was like starting though, too, right? We think he starts today? Because is Sam Merrill out? Is Sam Merrill? Yeah. So he's gonna start. Yeah, I think his minutes are. I think you can lock him in at 30 minutes. Let's see what they have him projected for. Yeah, 29. I would say 29, 30 minutes makes sense. Yeah, I think just due to the sheer minutes, not the best matchup, but due to the minutes, I think you can consider that. And then the other one was Lonzo Ball. But he's been like phased out of the rotation, man, right? Like, I know it's because Garland's playing, but he's been DMPing too.
He might be the second best rapper in the league, though.
You think so? No, I thought his brother's a rapper, Leangelo, right?
Well, I went back and saw he was kind of crap. That song blew up. I don't know, whatever. Maybe he's good, but he doesn't even play. But Lonzo had another song with him like years ago, and I watched it. And I was like, actually, Lonzo Ball's not too bad.
Oh, I didn't know.
He actually takes it serious. Yeah, I was like, okay, there you go. Now, he won't stack up to Dame or nothing, but he's pretty good. But yeah, I think he had his RA in his parlay.
I mean, he was definitely hitting that, but that's like a month ago. You got to hope he gets the minutes. Or is he just going to keep playing 15 minutes even with Garland out? And they just go to Craig Porter more?
I know what that sawing sound is now. It's like you got some of those bookies back there tied up, just showing them you're about to, tear them up.
That's my computer, right? Sounds like that.
Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre behind you with the bookies. Got Johnny back there all. Cloverway says, wait, I'm sorry. Where was that one? Timothy says, Hunter and George combo points under.
Ooh, that's juicy.
There you go.
I like that. I like it.
You might want to peek at that.
Because I was looking at both their unders earlier today, and before Hunter got bumped down, he was 14.5, went to 13.5. Fortunate, but now let's see. Sometimes on PrizePicks, they don't adjust the point combo after someone gets like their point line gets nerfed, and they'll leave it at like the original point combo line.
So
okay, it looks like they adjusted it because it should be like 30.5, like when Hunter was 14.5, right? Or I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
Lewis says he rocks Zo2's. I guess that's Lonzo's song. He says, yep, paid his dues. Hey, I saw him rap. I said, hey, he's Lonzo Ball, got some skills. Maybe he brushed him up when he was injured so long. He said, and then he also said, Colin, CMB overs, anybody?
I mean, he's been balling. He's been balling. I think for me, it depends. If Zubac is out, I think you definitely consider it because Burlow, absolute traffic cone, horrible. And then when Burlow's not out there, it's Nider, the rookie. And rookies, and he barely plays, so he's not going to know how to do defensive switches. He's going to get cooked, and he did get cooked. Bagley went nuclear when Sarr got ejected, and just limited time. So I'm going to say yes if Zubac is out, and then if Zubac is in, I'll probably just stay away because Zubac just a big body, and he's actually a solid defender. And traditionally, the Clippers are like a top 5 paint defense when they are fully healthy with Zubac and Kawhi out there. So, but yeah, I love attacking Burlow.
Sorry. I just wanted to say, anybody here who hasn't subscribed, hit the sub button, because we will be here every weekday pretty much around this time.
Yeah. Yep.
Thingoon and Mitchell over points. Thoughts?
Mitchell over. I usually don't fuck with his overs, and I hate that it's a double header, and he just went off against them for 35. So I feel like you could get the opposite today. They could just trap him and focus on him. Never know. It's kind of like when you have the playoff series and coaches make adjustments next game. I have no idea if Nick Nurse is gonna adjust or not and focus on Spider now that Garland is out. They could. And he's just been so up and down this year. Is that it, guys? A lot of unders here. I think we just need the Rockets to show up. I hope they're not gassed out from yesterday's game and they just get destroyed defensively. I hope their normal defense shows up today because, I want these T-Wolves unders. Give me Westbrook under, especially with Schroeder back and Sabonis, and just given the matchup. Oh, and then last thing, I think I don't think, speaking of point combo, I don't think this line was adjusted. But it's a little scary because Trey Johnson, his shot volume is going to go way up with Middleton and Bilal out. So I might stay away. But I think it's still accounting for Westbrook at 16.5 points. Because Trey is at 15.5. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. I had the fantasy unders I was considering. Yeah, I had Embiid in mind. And then if you want a middle bet, take the over 44.5 on Underdog. It's a 3-point difference, and sometimes it can really matter, especially for fantasy score. I was thinking about Julius, but if he racks up a bunch of RA, he could get there just an RA, even on a poor shooting night. So maybe just his points. I wish Naz Reid was a little bit higher for his fantasy. And then, Westbrook was at 37.5, so he already bumped down to 36.5. I was considering 37.5 with Schroeder back. It should reduce his RA, but he could get a bunch of lucky steals. But we know one thing about Westbrook, he turns the ball over at a high clip, bro. He's going to turn it over a lot, and that kills his fantasy. So, but it got bumped to 36.5, and I hate playing bumps, so probably stay away from that. And then Zubac under if he plays. Because one, he could be on a minutes limit, and two, we already looked at it, Raptors second least fantasy allowed, or the least fantasy allowed 2 centers, and at least PRA as well. So you can consider the PRA if you don't have access to fantasy scores. And that is what I had for fantasy-wise. And then all these guys I'm also considering, Naz Reid bumped down great from 21.5 to 20.5 PRA or PR. It sucks. Okay. I think J-Hop could have a lot of blocks here tonight against with the driving Zion and Queen. Like Zion hands out free blocks all the time. How many did he have last time? He only had 2. Interesting. But did Zion play in that game? That's a question. Okay, he did. What's his blocks implied for? Or what's the line? 2.5? I consider the 1.5. All right, guys. Catch you on Monday. Sorry, it's a shorter stream. We couldn't do a full game by game, but hopefully some of these plays help out. And good luck today, guys. All right, ready? Get you guys in the Discord.
All right, bro. Later.